Y'all come and sit down and shut the door. Listen, we are going to do a deep dive into all this Drake mess on Monday because, baby, we seen all the theories. But in the meantime, let's talk about the way Big Act just got up here and confessed that Drake is a liar. Baby, let me just give y'all the overview. Then we're going to play Act's thing. Then I'm going to jump back in and give my opinion. Because listen, I can't believe Akademics just ratted Drake out on his live stream today. He told everyone that the Ozempic prescription was real and that Drake knowingly made up the lie about Day Free. And when questioned, Drake told Akademics he had no clue where Kendrick got that daughter info from. Listen, wow. First of all, Drake is an idiot for thinking someone like Akademics wouldn't screw you over the second he saw the tides turning against you. Honestly, this is wild, 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 wild. And get this, Akademics is saying he's hiring a private investigator to find out who Ebony Prince is and says he's going to terrorize them for the rest of their lives. Now, let me just say this. Shut up. You know Drake is the one hiring that investigator, and he's actually putting you to work. But how are you going to terrorize someone, honestly, that's not in the music industry? But you know what? We'll talk about that in a second. Listen to what Act got to say. Hold on, y'all.
By the way, I think both of these guys put their fair shares of lies in there, too, in the battle, right? Drake doesn't have a kid. Kendrick lied. But Kendrick's kid isn't Dave Freeze, from my understanding. So Drake lied. So there's lies all in this. What I've realized is that this battle, as much as people have been hyping it up, and trust me, Drake knew that these things were stolen. Okay? So this does look like some stolen shit, I'm going to be honest with you. Drake did knew that they were stolen. I don't know if he's like trying to reverse psychology it, saying, well, now I know it's stolen and I know what you have. I'm going to play off of it. That's one. But number two, when Drake says he set it up, I'm taking that to be this 11-year-old daughter thing because from everybody I've talked to, including Drake, we can't even see any, we don't even know where this came from. And Kendrick said it so definitively in what was supposed to be his biggest song, which was supposed to be the biggest expose. So that's the thing that's my theory. I believe that the 11-year-old child thing from by Drake was probably either fed to Kendrick, planted. I don't know how. I'm going to be honest. I don't know how. Okay? But that is my theory. I think, okay, I can't wait. When I find out who you are, I'm going to terrorize you for life, nigga, because I'm really rich. I'm going to terrorize you for life just because. I just got money to terrorize you. I'm going to just terrorize you for life, okay? Wherever you work at, I'm going to terrorize you for life, okay? Don't ever mention my name when y'all talking about it. Mention Drake, because you don't got time to be playing around with this. Never, ever mention my name like this again. Okay? Actually, I kind of have a good idea of who you are. I'm hiring a private investigator. We're going to get at you right. I don't give a fuck about what Drake got going on, what Kendrick got going on. Nigga, I will terrorize you for life. Just remember that, okay? I got the resources, and I save a little bit just for a bitch-ass nigga like you. Anyway, this hoe-ass nigga right here, this nigga, I don't know if they think they're the Riddler, but I do want to just make very clear, whoever this bum is, don't ever threaten me with a lawsuit. Just file it, you bitch ass nigga. I'll spend $1 million to ruin your life before I pay you a dime. Remember that. Clip it, put it in court, and I'll see you there. Okay, you bitch ass nigga? Don't you ever try to threaten me again. But anyway, let's go. A fire, nigga. Okay? I can't wait. When I find out who you are, I'm going to terrorize.
So here's the thing. I think Act worrying about the wrong people. Here's the thing. I've been hearing people say mess about Act. And if Act think the only thing he got to worry about is some stuff that's in a picture, I don't know. At the end of the day, Act, whoever it is, she, he, they, they're not threatening you. They're saying that you engaged in slander and defamation. And they're saying that if you don't apologize, they will sue you. And for Act to say that he will terrorize them before he pays them a dime and spend the rest of his life ruining act. Are you not proving their point? Like, I don't understand. I really honestly don't understand. Do industry people not realize that you got to deal with private civilians differently? How you going to ruin their life? What you going to say? They work at 7-Eleven? What you going to say? Their boyfriend, girlfriend cheated on them? What you going to say? Their mama ain't love them? What are you going to say to them? Because at the end of the day, what do they really have to lose? Their job, they can sue you and get 10 years of pay in one settlement. What do they have to lose? But you know who does have something to lose? Drake. And you know who does have something to lose? Akademics, in the form of a defamation lawsuit. It's not threatening someone to say, you better take down this lie about me because I know for a fact I didn't do this, that, and the third. That's nobody threatening you. And he knows that. So this goes into what is the posturing? And this is what I wanted to get into. Is Drake trying to use Akademics as a cat's paw? He's hiring a private investigator, sir. A private investigator. You can see who's tweeting off that account. Just literally go to Twitter. And that's it. And whatever. File lawsuit, Twitter will give up the tape. You don't have to hire a private investigator. So why all this posturing? What does this person have on Drake that y'all don't want to get out? And by y'all, I don't think Act cares either way. I do think at the end of the day, right? I do think at the end of the day, Act doesn't care either way. But I do believe for Universal Music Group, he always going to go where his money is at. And speaking of which, I think Drake's biggest mistake in how he lost this battle, honestly, was going with Akademics. Now, just hear me out. Akademics got a huge following. He's super popular. But when it comes to people that you need to solidify yourself with the culture, again, the culture, not the popularity, not the consensus of people that love hip hop. Act's always going to win that, right? You got 1 million fans, but how many of them are suburban white boy teens? And no offense to suburban white boy teens, but they tend to follow and go behind what the culture is saying. Drake should have gone to Joe Budden's podcast. The only thing is he couldn't go to Joe Budden's podcast. Why? Because he literally did some grimy mess to him on Instagram. And now Joe Budden is like trying to sea walk in some green Crocs on his show, bumping They Not Like Us. Joe Budden actually moves the culture. Joe Budden can sway public opinion. Joe Budden would have been the person to go, but Drake literally burned the bridge with Joe Budden. And this isn't to say Joe Budden is a better person than Akademics. This is not a personal critique on them. This is an observation on how their platforms can use. Look at Akademics, what happened with Meg Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez. It's not so much that Akademics turn people against Meg. It's the fact that Akademics' platform is a megaphone. If you got something good, he can amplify it. He can get it to more ears. You know, his platform will widen. But when it comes to needing to move the culture, swaying people's opinion, not just getting a good narrative out, but swaying people's opinion, Joe Budden would be who you go to that. But again, Drake burnt bridges with Joe Budden. Literally, he thought he was so big. Joe Budden always been supportive. Joe Budden said what everybody was thinking. Yo, your last album, it's not that it was trash, but you need to take a break and get those creative juices flowing. And he crashed out. And now you got Ack. The irony. Like Rico Gates on Twitter said, Ack said Ninja got lipo, Ozempic, don't know where the daughter came from, lied about Jay Free. This is snitching never before seen. And this is all we got on Drake's team, baby. This shows the downfall of Drake more than anybody. More than anything. This shows how far you fell, that even your number one fan is distancing himself from your antics, from your nonsense. Y'all, listen, Drake is a liar, which makes me think, and why would you lie about being on Ozempic? And not even that, the psychosis. Why did you come at Rick Ross for being on Ozempic if you knew you was on Ozempic? And why did you make up the stuff about Kendrick's daughter? It makes me think everything that was said about the kids was true. And Drake's a big projector because he do be hiding kids. He do be lying. He do be this. He do be that. But I'll tell you one other thing. We're going to get down to the bottom of what's going on with Drake. And this stuff about Ak. I do know one thing with Ak. This stuff coming down the road. And I don't think Ak can really hide from this. But you know what? Let's just see what happens. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget, I'll be going live tomorrow. And Monday's going to be a heavy upload day so we can break down this Drake mess. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye.